Yo, guys, welcome back to Arabia. My plan is for this to be the last part. I'm pretty sure we can get the game done pretty soon. Tourism victory is rather close. We got 4 civs left. I feel like we will get there with Sweden and Indonesia relatively soon. I guess it says 12 there and 16 there. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but that's what it's saying. And then Austria and Russia would definitely need at least one great musician in each of those. But yeah, and we should have like 4 to work with, I think. I got 1, 2 over here. Got 1 spawning next turn here, and then 1 we can buy in 3 turns. And if that's not enough, we'll get another one in 8 turns as well. So, yeah, we should be able to get them all done. Unfortunately, most likely, I would expect them to propose travel bans, so we may only have like 10 turns to actually use them before that. But as long as, we just need to get like close anyway. Even if we don't make it, our tourism will still go up after. And every time we get a new great person, we get the historic events. That's what's really been like driving it up with everyone. So that has worked out quite well. Other than that, Austria and Sweden are attacking us in kind of a last-ditch kind of war to stop us, which makes sense. But yeah, we've driven back Austria, I think, over here, killed quite a few of their boats. And we'll try and push in, so as soon as we get to 5 turns, I reckon they'll agree to peace, especially if we're doing damage to Smolensk. And Sweden, we have to do a bit more defense here, but I'm building a minefield, so once that's there, then I'm pretty sure this place will be very safe. We can just make defense here, and it'll be fine. I could do the, kind of sweaty play of doing defense for their turn and then switching back to the minefield when we're actually building shit, but nah, I don't think I'll even bother. This guy, we'll try and send him up to Hanoi. If I want to go anywhere, it would be there. But I probably won't be able to send him. Yeah, and I got quite a few artillery as well now. They can do damage to any cities. And we'll just keep recapturing this one if they take it back. Is not a problem. But yeah, I'm going to try not to get stressed about finishing the game like I always do. Just fucking chill out. It doesn't matter if it takes 10 turns, 15 turns, whatever. It's not a big deal. Normally I'm like trying to calculate all the great musicians and everything, where exactly I need to use them. It's just not fucking worth the mental effort, man. Okay. So this guy gives 30. We still don't know what this guy gives. So that means he basically has a base of around 10k, because that's 30k with plus 200%. Yeah, I feel like, so 10 turns with these guys, and then we'll use them musicians in Russia and Austria. That should be enough. And fairly well timed, because... Wow. What? Oh, that is not smart. Wow, I really thought they would do... I thought Austria would do... I bet Austria couldn't do travel ban because of this. And they're obviously doing it because they want to help us or something. But we're not that good friends, I mean... I find that surprising, but okay. I guess they just didn't have anything else they really cared that much about. Alright, cool. Okay, let's get this guy over here. He can definitely help out. Why is it 10% and then goes to 25% on level 3? I do not quite understand, but really you need the next level on planes so that you can get logistics. I guess these guys aren't actually that great if they're just this. I was going to try and do some flipping digging. Especially if I can get in towards Smolensk. If I peace out with Austria, would I be able to get open borders from them like that? Even though we're sanctioned. Can you get open borders from a peace deal? I'm honestly not sure. Also, these are too fucking cheap, man. Alright, cool. Alright, so this musician, I feel like it's bugged because of the flippin' Borobudur. I saw this on the forums, otherwise it would actually show us how much tourism it gave, like base amount. I think this guy will end up going to Austria most likely. Because I believe these two will be enough to sort out Russia. Just send him over that way. And yeah, we can buy another one in 2 turns. Should be fine.
Ты очень плохо себя вел. Ты это знаешь.
That's annoying. We lost a lot of our good modifiers that we had with them. Open borders, diplomat. And now I can't even flippin' use my musicians. I need to try and defend. Well, I could just let them take a city there. I need to defend that musician, I guess. This is not going to be a problem anywhere, is it? Fuck. Well, if they take it, Indonesia can just take it back. I'm cool with that. I mean, he can't take it with that guy anyway. Alright, let's just get on with it. Yeah, to be honest, I was just pretty sure that we were going to get travel banned, so the fact that we're not actually means it doesn't even matter. It would have been really annoying because we wouldn't have been allowed to do a musician for the 10 turns. That, so this is just their choice, so we can peace out, but they probably won't peace out unless it's been like 10 turns or something anyway. Yeah, I feel like it's quite annoying that you can't use a musician when someone's at war with you, like, because if you need to use one to win the game, like, and they can just declare war on you to stop that feels a bit ridiculous. Alright, cool. Yeah, we are safe here. I am rather sure. I guess I just keep building these. I need something a bit more expensive. Artillery, I suppose. Though they ain't really the best. Guess I'll go for another merchant. Okay, we're getting an engineer next turn. Try and keep everything safe. Okay. 70, 800 turns apparently. 600 turns. Jesus. I find that hard to believe, but obviously we'll just use the great musicians anyway. Apparently we need to do missions on them, that's cool. Cool. Interesting. I mean, it's a good way to keep killing off some units, isn't it? Another 2 great people. Yeah, I mean, each time a great person is born, it's just a pretty big boost. With everyone. We're definitely going to get there with Indonesia and Sweden. Only 40k needed with Austria. Yeah, okay, it's going to be Russia that's going to be the hard one then. Since I'll have to wait to use the musicians. I'll send some units over here, we'll try and fucking win this war. Quickly. So that they'll be willing to peace out and we can just move on. They keep making Vanguard boats, man. It's actually pretty scary. Okay. Yep, very nice. Do you know, technically I don't need culture anymore. I literally just need tourism, which having another great work would increase slightly. But nah. So, realistically, what I need is production. But it wouldn't actually do anything in the capital anyway. So I'll go for that one. I don't know. I guess that does give bonus. I didn't know if it was going to put it in the, like on the terrain or in the city. I think it puts it on the terrain and then it gets converted into tourism. So that's a bit more. Let's get that guy. Cool.
Baguio.
Buy any votes here?
Muscle.
It's a bit irrelevant. I guess international games could help us get there with Russia, technically. That guy should be fine now. Man, every time I attack this city, they just appear with like 50 new boats. I assumed they didn't have more, otherwise they would have already brought them. But nah, they were just chilling. Alright, nice. Decent damage done to quite a few units. We could take the city if we want. I mean, we're gonna have to wait until we can peace out with Russia to end this game anyway, so maybe we will. What do I build? I mean, I'm pretty sure this wouldn't help, right? No. Doesn't make any difference. Unfortunately... Okay, another musician. So... Okay, what I might do is send that guy over there. Send this guy back, because this guy will be better, because he's newer. And I might as well use this guy here, I think.
A good?
Rocketry, sure. Okay. Go on then. Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright, I mean, if there was a way to get historic events, that would probably be the only thing worth doing at this point, but I don't think there really is. I could go for radar, get airports, obviously telecommunications. I don't know if this counts as a historic event, actually. I think I'm going to just go for penicillin. I don't really want to research this because that will give Austria the ability to do world ideology, which we don't really want. I'll probably save this up to use it as an overflow thing. Maybe, if I can figure out how to do that. Could work. No, I should use the medical lab. Probably.
Grüß Gott.
Ja,
Okay, you can't get open borders, so I could either stay in this war so that I could fucking dig this or just get out of it. I don't know when they'll peace out. Like I said, I have to wait for them anyway. I think I'm just gonna peace out. I can't really be bothered. Only thing is if Russia just fucking stays in the war for so long that Austria can declare again, because I'd like to do all my musicians at the same time. Let's just
Grüß Gott.
allow it.
fahrt fort.
Do you know what? I've got a bit of a cheeky plan. Can peace out with these guys as well, right? I don't know. Wow, we might even get a war victory there. Cheeky plan though, right? Declare on Brussels. I believe if we now kill Brussels, that counts as us winning a war, like a historic event. So we can try and get that done. I guess that'll get rid of some votes for Austria as well. Right, let's move all the units back. Okay. Let's have that. Where was my great diplomat? He is here. Want him up in Hanoi. Yep, diplomats. Send them all up there. That'll be nice. Static, really? Okay, we need 38k, so let's check out this guy, see how much he actually gives. As a friend. Yeah, no worries, mate. What was Austria chatting about as a friend, man? Goddamn fool. I'm curious if we do get a historic event from capturing this. If so, maybe we kill another city-state or so. I think we need to be up at 25 to actually get a war score. Maybe if we keep killing units we get there. Right, this musician then. Yeah, 26k. So, pretty easily enough, I think. And yeah, I do plan to bring this guy back. And then we can have two good, great musicians over here. That will sort that all out. No, I'm not going to build that. Is there anything worth building? I feel like there's literally nothing. Research? Maybe we can get some useful tech. Alright. Going up to Hanoi. Sure. These guys are all chilling. Yep, I would like to get that. Wow, they can get a long fucking way there. Alright, just wait a bit, we'll use him later. And yeah, there are more archaeological things still up there. I don't know when he'll be willing to peace out. He's never gonna get, well, she's never gonna get anything from this war, so it seriously is just pointless, but obviously it's not my choice. Alright, let's see here then. Did count. Oh, that's not what we needed. We were gonna get a great scientist anyway. Yeah, it did count. Maybe it would have counted anyway. If I'd just taken it during the Austria War. I feel like no though, because I feel like it counts, you know, the whole war as one thing rather than like the wars individually. I didn't remember which one was which, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it was this way around. Okay, what are we going for next? Tell you what, we can get into the new era. Get some extra bonuses for that. I can actually do that anyway. Because we're about to get 2 free techs from Policy. So, let's try and do this. I'm gonna try and do the old overflow thing, so I need to get this up to just before finish, which this looks perfect for. Then we get a big amount of overflow and overflow that into it. Though, how am I even gonna get that much overflow? Okay, I would like that. I can't get it. Why are there just so many of them chilling about, man? Let's get on that one. Hell yeah. And they will give us the Yamato things. The Japanese destroyer. So that'll be cool. I don't really want to give them a city, give them a reason to stick around in the war. We're literally just going to be waiting for that, I think. Let's just peace out here.
Ah, välkommen.
Do I need any of these furs? Actually, we do need. Well, let's just peace out now.
Ah, välkommen. Låt höra.
Perfect. Alright, we might need these guys up here. Just to finish off this stupid Russian war. Get to start a new golden age in 5 turns as well. Yeah, I don't know. We we might get there without even using great musicians. Oh Jesus. That is not good. Must be in Vienna. He couldn't get it to Mecca anyway. But he could probably wipe my whole fleet, or close enough. Wait, weren't we just on 20k faith? What just happened? Did I just misread that? Alright, we build them everywhere. That increases our old tourism a bit. Oh yeah, I should have done this straight away. Probably won't be relevant. Come on, man. Alright, so let's get one more of them. This actually should be okay, because I don't think it will finish off the... We'll get a bit of extra production boost, but it won't finish that off. Okay, one more culture down.
The root of the evil is not the...
I need one of these guys here. Just because I want to be able to have my musicians safe when I put them in the water and actually see what's going on. Okay, let's research that. Just gonna use them. This guy will give bigger yields anyway. Which we will not even need. Okay, so we stop working on this now. Fucking hell, these guys are slow. Is there anywhere left not sending production here? Because that's what we might as well do. Nah, we got them all. Okay, policy. Oh, it doesn't make a difference apparently. Alright, well, maybe I should fill up that then. No, that is worse. Okay. Cool.
Only within the moment.
Very cool. Wait a minute, I don't even... Oh, I need nuclear power. Really? Plus 50% production. But I do need fucking this. Alright, I don't fucking know, man. It doesn't fucking matter. Oh no, we'll go for this. We'll go for this. That can be a historical event. Although we won't win it. But no. That one is better anyway, actually. Okay, I guess I'll wait and try and build a nuclear one. Wind power everywhere, man. Wind power is the shit. way fucking better than the other ones, like 90% of the time. Peace out. Sure. Peace out.
Здравствуй.
Alright, we're doing it. We doing it.
Здравствуй.
Okay, mega defend that guy. That's already enough. Oh, you can't do it if you're already influential. Fine. Three units, just what I needed. This looks like it's gonna be it, boys. Gotta choose the correct promotions though, that's very important. Oh nice, we just got a trade route finishing as well. Decent. Wonder why they just left all of them. So, did it go through? Fails, fails, fails. What? Why? Oh no, they're repealing it. Right. But they really didn't want these two. Yep, I think that makes sense, but it is a little bit late now, so you might as well have not bothered. Suppose that just a troll. Fuck you, Austria. Been pissing me off, man. Alright, so we're about, so next turn alright, yeah, we might as well just fucking use this because we're gonna start building it next turn anyway, so there's seriously no point. Yeah, so let's build that. Gonna build some of them so we grow. We want max production though. Probably take a scientist. Alright, we don't, well, we technically get more from working these, but it's only one production, so I cannot be bothered. However, I will nick that square. Cool. I guess technically he could still nuke me. and destroy my capital while I'm trying to build this thing. Perfect. Who the fuck is that? What? Rocketry. We have that. Why would we ever not get... What? Bruh. I wanted one of the boats, man. Alright, what's this guy saying? 29k? 25k. Actually, barely enough, I think. Oh. More than enough, just like I said. We don't even have iron for that. Okay. 4 turns, wow. Wow. That's pretty quick. We'll have it done in 3 turns, man. That's crazy, actually. I mean, if they somehow get some miraculous tourism boost, we might need this guy. But I doubt it.
The unleashed power of the atom.
Nice. What? There's some near Mecca. Okay. Some near Kufa. Of course. Some near Mataram. Sure. Alright, we'll build as much as we can before the end. Standard procedure. Sure, let's have radar. Don't think I would get to the next policy anyway. Wow, did I really never buy a single great merchant? Or great diplomat? Sad times, man. Sad fucking times. Oh yeah, I guess I should have taken the corporation. There was that corporation policy, so I could have had some more franchises. All of my officers would have counted as franchises. Get some extra food. Would have made the cities grow. Slightly more tourism. That would have allowed me to build that. We would have had even more production, although it doesn't, I don't think it gives the modifier to the trade route anyway, so it wouldn't actually make that much difference since we have here like 700 production from the trade routes. Decent. Alright, let's get to computers as well. Get to 50 fucking pop here. That's a nice number to end on, isn't it? Pretty decent capital, I have to say. Probably the best I've ever had. Well, excluding Venice, obviously. We don't talk about Venice again, or compare to it, because that was just a bit silly.
You have achieved victory through the awesome power of your culture. Your civilization's greatness, the magnificence of its monuments, and the power of its artists has astounded the world. Poets will honor you for as long as beauty brings gladness to a weary heart.
Hell yeah. I'm pretty proud of that one. That was definitely an interesting game. A little bit of everything in there. So, yeah, let's have a little look through it. Oh no, don't do that. Wow, we actually got up there towards the end, all those internal trade routes. Austria 5k though. Madness. Didn't have the most population either, but we were quite far ahead on tech. And we had the 100% approval rating thanks to the corporation. Ranking decent. Alright, so we are this kid here. Got Indonesia up here, Austria over here. Big bit of open land here, it seems. Sweden, Russia, Celts. Indonesia was... Rome was here. And Siam was here. Kind of weird placement for people. They got a bit fucked really, didn't they? Being put there instead of like over here and having some city-states over there. Seems more logical. Yeah. So, I don't really remember too much about early wars. I think we had one with Indonesia fairly soon. Well, yeah, in a little bit. I was a bit slow because I was building wonders, obviously, but I wanted to get this area secured. And it was a nice little area. I think this city was a bit misplaced. And then Indonesia came and settled here. We did a great job, great generating them. I guess that hasn't happened yet, but it seriously put them in a bad spot. Yes, I had this war with them around here, and because this city was a bit misplaced, I had to peace out earlier than I would have wanted. Could have maybe taken this city down. People obviously came and settled near us. That really annoys me. They shouldn't do that. And then they got mad, like Russia got mad at us after they settled next to us. It's fucking weird, man. Anyway, long war with Indonesia, I finally got through them, and then just defending against Austria and Sweden, who both decided they hated me. So actually a pretty big empire we had in the end, but a lot of them were puppeted cities. And we were just really controlling the island we were on. Didn't do much outside of that. The city changed hands a lot of times. It was Russian, then it was Cahokian, Russian again, and then Austrian. We could have taken it as well, but didn't bother. Yeah, Celts had a pretty big empire up here. Oh yeah, I kind of glossed over. Siam got munched, man. I actually didn't know how that happened. So they went a bit too spread out. Yeah. And they ended up, like, everybody hated them. Celts, Russia, Rome. I think maybe Sweden liked them a bit. And then they must have got co-op warred, and then it was like Russia and Celts both attacking them. I was hoping they'd become a vassal of somebody because they were like our best friend. But just fucking munched, man. Sad times for them. And that is when it happened. Yeah, school was interesting. Indonesia was top for quite a long time, but yeah, Austria was doing well as well. And when we killed Indonesia, they took over, but it was kind of already happening anyway, a little bit. Like, Austria was really going places. They had all the votes, so they were doing a lot in Congress to try and get what they want. Culture per turn. Yeah, Russia had mad culture actually. They were pretty good for the whole thing also. Food. We started winning in the end. We had quite a few golden ages. I mean, Russia just had a lot of everything, man. Obviously we had the lowest, but we had the right troops, man. We had what was like exactly what we needed to get shit done. Yeah, so tech, we were never too far behind, which is always good. And once I had like all the order policies and started using great scientists, we had a massive spike at the end. But we were a little bit under the radar because we weren't first, but yeah, we were always doing alright. I think we got a bit behind on policies, but we were never like behind the pack. Which in most games you are. Yeah, these guys had mad production. I could not compete with them on that. Couldn't win any of the world projects. Science. We had pretty good science apparently. Really good, to be honest. Wow. I wasn't even doing that much. I guess I actually was, because I built more science buildings than I did culture buildings, which is a little bit unusual. Like, I didn't really build any guilds. Yeah, that was Russia. By the way, Sweden had a massive amount of troops as well. And, ooh, tourism per turn. Yeah, had some pretty big bonuses. When was this? I guess hotel in the capital might have been that. And then this was like once we got to radio, I think. Fair enough. Jeez, yeah, that war was long. I think they had a lot of war weariness, so did we. Cool. Alright, so... I'm just gonna choose shit here. So it's not bugging me. Alright, let's go through the game. So, we are Arabia. That means we get this lovely +1 science and culture every time we get a historic event. On top of that, 2 ranged mounted unique units. So we were able to upgrade the camel archers into the Hashemite raiders. These guys actually have withdraw from combat, which I forgot about. Mostly we use the splash damage a bit. I mean, it's not great, I'm not gonna lie. These guys have extra movement in desert, which we did use a little bit. The pillage thing is also alright, and the fact that they don't need aluminium and are earlier than light tanks, I think makes them definitely a reasonable unit. You just gotta use it in the right way. So bazaars, every time we do a trade route, we get a historic event. So trade route to international trade route, so to other civs. Other major civs, not city-states. They do not count for that. And this thing, which is a unique university, so 15% of any faith purchase turned into science and food, and 10% of science created counts as food. So yeah, and then this is normal university stuff. I think a bit of extra food also. So a decent building. Yeah, bazaar has some extra faith and science as well compared to a market, and you obviously get that pretty early, so it is a nice building. That is what we have going on. And yes, so first thing I did was build Stonehenge. I believe we settled in place, or around in place. We had this atoll nearby, and the truffles tiles are decent at the start. It's like 2 food, 1 production. I think you get 2 gold from them, so it's definitely better than nothing. And citrus might have been on a marsh or something. I feel like it was like a 4 food tile. Yeah, and just went straight for Stonehenge. I really like Stonehenge of Arabia. I feel like I like it more than pyramids. Number 1 for the tech path stuff. I never like going mining if I don't have to, but number 2, I feel like when you start getting your religion and getting the beliefs, and you get the historic events from founding a religion as well, I feel like it's just better, man. Went for a weird Pantheon, which was the camps one. Obviously, usually you go for beauty as Arabia, since you're trying to get wonders and the great people. It was good. I don't know whether it was better or not. I suppose it probably was, because it gave us probably more culture than we would have had, and a bit more food. Probably similar on faith, to be honest. But yeah, less great engineer points and less artist points than we would have had. But we already had enough artist points, and I'm sure that the culture probably did help. I was kind of planning to go a little bit wide, because we had like these truffles here, we had ivory up here, more ivory in here, more truffles, more deer. So there was a decent amount of camps. And yeah, I thought we could have a relatively wide empire, because you can also get historic events from war, and you get the historic events from the trade route. So it's nice to not be so squished in that like you can't really do anything in terms of war and stuff. So I think I ended up settling 5 cities, and then I went for a 6th one later just to lock down that area. But you could definitely play Arabia with just like fucking 3 or 4 cities, man, because the other cities were not actually contributing that much, other than just defensively and like force limit and stuff. But yeah, built Temple of Artemis I went for. Pretty decent one. Plus 25% production to ranged units, plus 10% food in all cities, 2 specialists no longer produce urbanization, and a free herbalist, so that helped with the camps anyway. I wanted the food. The ranged units actually counts for building the ranged cavalry, which is our unique unit, so that's nice also. And obviously we were going to work a lot of specialists, so it's all pretty good stuff. I didn't have the opportunity to build Petra. I don't know if I would have chosen it over Temple of Artemis or not. I probably would have, especially because going for trade is nice with the bazaars, but Temple of Artemis was definitely pretty good. Obviously another historic event. And I went straight for Great Library. Can't remember when I got it. Probably wasn't mega safe. I thought the science would be nice. I kind of wanted to just get into education and get University of Sankor, since it's just so fucking good. And obviously having the bonus tech and everything is the best way to get there. Did I build Parthenon? I guess I did. I don't remember building that. Oh wow, I did. Okay, so probably use the Great Library bonus to get up there. Parthenon's a nice one. It's pretty easy to get a great work of art thanks to this policy. You start working the artist straight away, and then you get one free great work of art, and then you get to fill up the theming thing. So you basically end up getting like +9 culture plus the normal culture from 2 great works. So pretty big deal in terms of getting policies early if you can get that. It's only really worth going for with tradition though, I think. Or because if you're not tradition, it's so hard to get the other great work to fill it up. But I guess you will get the +1 culture and science from amphitheatres in a wide empire, which could be good. But definitely generally better with tradition. And obviously it leads into University of Sangor, which I really, really wanted. The science from great people is just such a engine for your science when we're making so many great people. It's probably the most important wonder to get, I would say, because if you don't get that, you're going to struggle to get any of the other wonders as well. And you're just going to be so much slower in general. Free mosque as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and normally there's not that much competition for it, so even then there's tradition civs, they tend to go theology first, so you can usually get it, but still like to rush for it anyway, just because make sure you get it, and the earlier you can start getting the science bonus, the better in my opinion. I kind of went back for Terracotta Army, but it was already gone. It would have been decent to have, but nah. And I went theology, and I did manage to get Borobudur as well, which was a bit of a steal. I might have great engineered that, because that's normally a tough one to get, especially when we went education first. But yeah, we had a good start, so we were snowballing a bit. So for the religion, I went for this faith and culture when you use a great person, depending on how many cities you have following your religion. This one is really fucking good. I feel like it's super underrated as well, even by me until this game, because you start converting and then it just snowballs even more, because once you've converted cities, then you get more culture, more faith from using great people, and then you can convert more cities with the missionaries. So Borobudur helped with that. We probably didn't even need it because we ended up with loads of spare faith, but it would have helped us to get there earlier, and denying somebody else it probably made our life a lot easier with conversions as well, because if somebody else had converted more people, it would have made it difficult for us. Russia, Rome and Siam all didn't have religions, and they were all kind of in the same area. So I sent all of my missionaries over here. Russia hadn't even been converted, so that was really easy. And then managed to convert Rome back from Protestant, and Siam hadn't really been converted either, but they were nearly dead. But yeah, because we had the enhancer belief as well, which missionaries erode existing pressure, we were always going to get there in the end. And with all the faith, and the weird thing is, this faith, every time you use a great person, it scales with era, even though I guess it's not supposed to, because it doesn't say it does, and the culture doesn't, so it's a bit weird that the faith does. If it didn't, I feel like it would still be usable, but obviously it does make it super powerful. I had a ridiculous amount of faith, couldn't even spend it all. Even with, we bought so many great musicians. I probably could have saved up for another one if I didn't waste my faith at the end on increasing the population. And yeah, I went for orders and synagogues. I don't know, they were definitely decent. The orders, yeah, I always liked them for the defense, and better experience on the units and to deny them from other people. And the synagogues are plus production, which we did need. We were struggling with production in a lot of the other cities. And 10% science in We Love the King days. So a decent one, and obviously because I was doing the conversions, got to Reformation belief and got that glory of God. Super, super nice. Especially for the ability to buy great writers. Because mostly we just bought great writers, scientists. Yeah, we did buy a couple of artists, I guess. Yeah, writers, scientists, quite a few musicians, a couple of artists. And it meant we didn't need to go rationalism later on to get the scientists as well. Otherwise we would have had to do that. So pretty perfect religion. I mean, you could swap out some of the follower beliefs, but I think the enhancer and Reformation belief definitely the best, and I think the founder one definitely the best. I guess Pantheon is debatable. Yeah, I feel like this founder belief, you could use it in a game if you're trying to go for Diplo victory. Like, we really nearly got world religion through, and we definitely would have if it hadn't been for Austria having like so many votes because of their diplomatic marriages that they were able to stop it. Even then we were close, but if we had got that through, and I feel like with that belief you're kind of guaranteed that you can eventually convert everybody else, especially with the enhancer belief, and then you got a good chance of getting world religion through. And that makes your life way easier in a tourism victory as well, obviously, because you get the plus 50% tourism and people like you more, but then also you get more votes, and yeah, that would help with a diplomatic victory. And I feel like none of the other founder beliefs really applied to diplomatic victories particularly, so I would advise going for this one. I guess if you're tradition. If you're not tradition, it's not so good because you won't have so many great people. Anyway, though, yeah, University of Sankor and Borobudur from medieval era. I don't think I built any of the others. I was considering Machu Picchu, but I thought it wasn't really worth it, and it would just annoy people and put up our wonder costs from the future. I also went fealty to help with the conversions, which again probably wasn't necessary. I probably only needed one of Borobudur or fealty to get the job done with the missionaries without it taking too long. Having both was maybe slight overkill, and I could have just gone and had artistry done quicker, industry done quicker, because we had to wait with the finisher on this for a while, which is quite a nice one. Yeah, so maybe that wasn't perfect. Religion's a bit tough though, because it's obviously quite snowbally. If you get behind, it's like a lot more difficult to catch up with the conversions, whereas since we're ahead it seemed quite easy. Okay, Renaissance era we went a bit crazy with the wonders. Obviously went for Leaning Tower, Free Great Person, and 25% bonus to generation of great people, definitely good. I managed to also get Globe Theatre, which was weird. They just didn't take the tech, and we were doing very well thanks to all the historic events we'd had. And these ones are nice because you get the wonder and you get the great person, so that counts as 2 historic events. Then got to Porcelain Tower. Yeah, I think we rushed for that after, though I may have gone... I don't think I even did go Gunpowder, even though I was in some wars. Just thought, yeah, we'll try and make sure we get that super good. Again, with the trait which is giving the bonus science and culture in the capital, the plus 25% yields in capital is rather good. Then I had to get some military stuff because we were in some wars. I think this was when we were warring Indonesia. settled this city a bit wrong. I should have settled it here, because we ended up having to peace out because they had boats around here that were going to take the city. Otherwise it would have been a lot more difficult for them. Yeah, and I even got Uffizi, which I didn't really expect to get or really need, but nobody else went for it, so we got it. I might have even, I like rushed into Industrial Era as soon as I could. Got Scientific Theory so that we could start buying great people, and then had to get some military techs after that. Yeah, so in Congress we super nearly got world religion passed as Islam. I think we were like a few turns away because Austria was neutral with us, and then like 2 turns before the session they flipped hostile, and then they obviously nade it, whereas I think they might have nade it a bit less if they had been neutral at the time. I think what I should have been doing is doing some more denunciations, because a lot of people hated Indonesia, so I should have denounced them as well to get some people on side. That could have maybe swung it for us, because they were actually in the lead at the time, so they were taking all the a lot of the competition hatred. But we did also build quite a few wonders, so that could have been the reason they flipped hostile, because that was during Renaissance, where we went a bit crazy, and then as a result I ended up getting sanctioned as well. Fucking everyone got sanctioned. Fucking sanction is ridiculous. But that probably wouldn't have happened if we'd got the world religion through, because we would have had enough votes to stop that, and people would have liked us more as well, the other Islam people. Unfortunate one there. I'll try and remember that for next game. I'll try and be more savvy with the Diplo stuff. So, Industrial Era, I started being able to buy great people, like filled up the entire capital with great person improvements, apart from the lovely camps that we left. And yeah, I think I went Louvre first so I could start doing the archaeologists with the digs, because they also count as historic events once you finish off artistry. Yeah, then went for Eiffel Tower. Love that wonder. And then I think I came down here, didn't get this. Celts built it. But I went straight for combustion because I really wanted these guys. We used the camel archers a little bit earlier for defense, but they didn't do a lot. But I felt like these guys could be super useful, and they really were. So yeah, the 52 combat strength, I think that's like the same as light tanks, but 1 sec earlier, or 2, because you don't need replaceable parts, don't need aluminium, so we could have as many as we wanted. And we were actually fighting in desert because we were trying to get through Indonesia. Like I said, we did some great generaling, so that got us into Mataram. And I also great generaled their fort here, which meant we kind of had naval superiority over here because they couldn't get their boats through. They did surprise me with that fort earlier on, actually. It helped them come and attack Damascus earlier. But yeah, we got that great general in there, so that we could take that. I mean, we were pretty lucky that they allowed us to do these. Would have made the game a lot harder otherwise. And yeah, I took this with some field guns eventually, especially because there were some hills here, so they couldn't even shoot over here, and we just had units like standing up here and tanking, and then the field guns killing them. So pretty bad spot for that city from them, to be honest, especially allowing the great generals. But still, we were struggling a lot to get into Jakarta, so I really needed the Hashemite raiders, and even just to defend our cities, because we were getting attacked down here, I think, by Sweden, and by city-states over here, because we were at war with Austria and Sweden. So they definitely made the difference of us being able to push forward. Indonesia also was in a war with Celts, so that helped. And yeah, we were eventually able to kill this city with the boats, and then just brought them all through. Got a bit reckless, just trying to finish them off, because basically they were a long way ahead of us on the culture. Like, they were the person furthest ahead, so I felt like if we vassalized them, then it would make everything a lot easier for us in the future. Like, we would definitely get there with the tourism on them, because we got so many modifiers. And we could use the great musicians on the other ones. So I thought it was worth committing for that, and it went pretty well. So respect to these guys for getting it done for us. And I mean, land ships are pretty good as well, so combustion is a nice tech for that. Took both their cities, as well as some other ones, vassalized them. We also got a monopoly on Wales, so plus 10% science in all cities. And yeah, then we just had to defend against Austria and Sweden, really. And we had their help in the wars, so yeah. Definitely, once we had that done, the game was pretty much over. Like, we had to worry about Austria getting the Diplo victory, but like, with them as a vassal, we were powerful enough that we could just focus on the tourism, and because we weren't going to need to do the tourism with them, we were definitely going to have enough with the others. I think I went, not sure what order I did this stuff in, but I went corporations, got the food one, because there was no competition for that one, so I didn't actually have to rush it. I think I might have gone Empire State first. Motherland Calls as well, and Broadway and Radio for the lots of bonus tourism. So with policies, I went industry. I do like industry for tourism victory because Broadway is such a nice wonder. But rationalism is just always is always good as well. So I couldn't really say that industry was definitely better. The yields from scientists makes a big difference, and just the bonus science, allowing you to get to like radio faster. I think it was because I knew we were going to have a lot more wars, so I also wanted to have really good production, which industry gave us. We were able to build like a very big fleet to defend over here, and even do some attacking over there. And, you know, building more Hashemite raiders, since we could just spam them out, since they don't need strategics, and they can get in and out quite well. And yeah, there are some nice policies, like mercantilism is really good. This one's pretty good. We're sanctioned, so this didn't really help. The finisher's nice as well though, specialist +2 production in gold. And actually went for order policy. I mean, maybe that's not a surprise anymore, because we even went in the Egypt tourism victory, where we were like one city challenging, so you normally think of order as like a wide policy tree, but basically it just has two insane tourism policies: cultural revolution and dictatorship of the proletariat. So cultural revolution, plus 34% tourism with all order civilizations, and plus 5 tourism from great works. That is so much. And yeah, the extra tourism with order civilizations. Indonesia was order, so that was part of the reason for going for that. And the other reason is that we got sanctioned, which meant that took away a lot of the bonuses of freedom, which is the trade routes and the corporation stuff, because we couldn't make franchises and we couldn't have trade routes. But yeah, even without that, it would have been close, because man, this is like more, I feel like this is more tourism than you get from freedom, just the +5 from great works. You do get tourism from autocracy, but it's more about warring, so it's a bit different. And then this plus 50% tourism to civilizations with less happiness. So basically I think that counts approval rating, and it basically gives you a modifier here. So we ended up having that with everyone, the plus 50% for having less happiness. So yeah, it obviously works really well with the food corporation that allows you to basically remove your unhappiness even in a wide empire. So very good combo there. I guess I would have been less like, maybe I wouldn't have gone order if we hadn't had the food corporation. If we'd had another corporation where it's more about getting the franchises and we hadn't been sanctioned. Whereas this one, it's not really about the franchises. You just want to build the offices and get rid of all of your unhappiness. And the food is good as well, but getting rid of the unhappiness is kind of the main thing and works very well with order. And the other thing is, yeah, this policy is good. The free factories were nice. Like I said, we needed units, so we needed production that helped with that. People's Army we had as well for free military academies was also good. This was decent. I didn't even check if it was working, so it might not have been. Thought it could be useful though. Yeah, obviously extra great person rate and free great person. This is even better than the freedom one, because that one you get plus 33% but no free great person. But at this point the bonuses, like, we're already at fucking plus like 200%, so 8% doesn't make much difference. From that, oh yeah, I did forget about that global science thing got put through. So that was helping some of those guys who were behind, actually. I guess that's why everyone kept up so well. But yeah, that was a bit annoying for us. I mean, I didn't mind too much because, like I said, we're at plus 200 anyway, so it's not a massive difference. But I guess that would have helped us a bit. We could have had maybe another great person of those types. Though the scientists were useful as well, and the engineers, so that could have gone either way. Yeah, I didn't want to, like, we definitely could have gone for a space victory, but I didn't want to because of the votes that Austria had. There would have been no way to get there without giving them the opportunity to try and get the world ideology and the United Nations pass, so just super risky to go for that. That was why I decided on tourism, and you can get the tourism victory done a bit earlier. It's just a bit risky because if everything goes against you, it can end up being like kind of impossible to get. Whereas obviously space victory is always gettable, as long as you're just in the lead. What else? Yeah, also we used the tier 3s as well, like since we had to do internal trade routes, because we couldn't do international ones. This was good. This was actually really good. Plus even more science for using great people. Extra hurrying from great engineers and a great engineer and great scientist. So it gave us, like, basically we used the World's Fair and buying great writers to get us like loads of policies through, and we got to these ones quite early and they were able to be really good for us. Like I said, we were kind of behind, and then we just spammed the great writers and a couple of great scientists, and then we were ahead by quite a bit. Though these guys, I've never seen AIs have like eight policies on their ideology before, and 7 on the other one, especially at this time. So that was cool. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. I don't know. Yeah, I built Cristo Redentor as well, just because I could. Went refrigeration to get the stadiums. Kind of annoying, we couldn't get World Religion Pass, we couldn't get Passport System Pass, couldn't get International Games Pass. Austria was just stopping everything. So there's all the bonuses for tourism that we just weren't able to get. And then when we were trying to use the great musicians, they declared on us. And then the only other person we needed to get was Russia, and they declared on us as well. So we just had to wait for that. And then we had Giga production to use on the what's it even called? Citizen Earth protocol to win the game. So yeah, that was that. Arabia, as I said, is my favourite Civ. And obviously, yeah, I love trying to snowball with Civs and like trying to, get yourself in the best possible position for late game. And then go crazy with the great people and, finish off the game in style. Which I feel like we did with a 50 pop capital, producing many a yields. Yeah, although I will say I didn't actually even know about the bazaars giving the historic events from international trade routes, so it would be cool to try and incorporate that a bit more, like not get sanctioned, for example. That's obviously difficult. Yeah, it would. Also, you do get historic events from winning wars. It would be cool to try and use that as well. Like, it would be cool to do some sort of more wide-ish kind of playthrough where you try and get the historic events from trade routes and wars. But it's just like tradition is so good that I don't think you could justify ever picking authority over it. Unless you're in a tough spot. Just because, yeah, the historic events give you the great people, but then you need tradition to actually make, like, it makes the great people better, because you get this golden age points and culture scaling with era from using them, and you also get to build University of Sancor with the free mosque as well, so it does just work really well. But it would be cool to like start warring a bit earlier, get like an early vassal so you can guarantee yourself trade routes. Maybe build Petra if it's available, if you can, and Colossus. Like, yeah. Something like that would be fun to do. But that will have to be another time. Still got a couple more civs to finish off all of the civs in the game, and I want to try out some of the unique civs as well, like Prussia, Canada, Timurid, stuff like that. The Pineapple Dan ones, I think I'm right in saying he made them all. I don't know if he does it in conjunction with people, but a lot of them seem pretty interesting, so I'm excited to do that. And I might stick on I might keep playing with unique components as well, because I feel like when I'm using my mod, the AIs actually get bonuses from it as well, like that are relevant to them, so I don't feel like I'm just like power abilitying them with all the extra unique abilities that they can't really use, because they basically get percentage bonuses to them as well. And since they have a ridiculous amount of units, we need some good unique units to get through them. And it won't make warring too easy, I think, because they will still make it difficult. Yes, so yeah, that explains my thoughts on what I'll probably play in future. There is the new patch. Now, tourism has been quite changed, and I will say that I like the changes. So musicians no longer give like the insta yield. Instead, they give a plus 100% bonus. So it's like here, plus 100% bonus for 10 plus however many great works of music you have turns. Plus 100% to the civ you use it in, and plus 50 to the others. So that's quite nice. I'm hoping it doesn't get cancelled by wars, so you don't have to just sit around at the end. Definitely that would have been really good for us this game. We could have used that for sure. Yeah, and it is a bit ridiculous. The great musicians, like the ones we had in the Egypt game, were just so insane by the end, man. It's a bit. I prefer the new system, I think. And there's also, there's a change to the penalty thing you get for each city, which I also like because it's really dumb how it works. Basically, you can kind of have a few cities, but the more cities you have, it's actually exponentially worse. Like, not misusing that word. It's it's even worse for each city you have. Like, if you get to 10 cities, right, you're at minus 50%. So you have half your tourism. But then if you go up to 15, you're at minus 75%. So 25%, so you're at a quarter. So you just halved your tourism output with the next 5 cities. And then after that, there's no extra penalty, but it's dumb how it works. So I'm glad it's been gotten rid of. And it's just an annoying one anyway, because it's like basically makes wide tourism kind of not a thing unless you go mega wide and you like have so many cities that even minus 75% doesn't matter, because it caps at minus 75. So if you have fucking like 30 or 40 cities or something with decent tourism, but yeah, I prefer that. It's going to make, autocracy tourism more doable. Like, you can stay around 10 cities and not have a ridiculous penalty, and I think it's going to work as another of these where you'll get like a penalty if you have more cities than your opponents, or a negative if you have less cities, but it won't matter quite so much because, as you can see here, there's so many other modifiers that are affecting it anyway that it will just be added onto them rather than multiplied, basically, as it was before. So yeah, I like that, and it means it won't get too ridiculously good, but also too ridiculously bad, unless you have like a lot of negative modifiers, which would slow your tourism down to a cruel, as it probably should. So yeah, that should be interesting. I will say that I feel like there was a discussion about tourism, and like my main point, and I feel like what other people agree with, it's not that, like, I agree with the changes because I think it's improvements, but it wasn't really what the issue that I had with tourism anyway. The issue that I had with tourism is that it's just irrelevant apart from the victory condition. Like, you get this small bonuses to trade routes, which can be okay if you go for like a max food strat and you're able to trade with like a vassal near you who you're dominant over. You can get 25% growth and get your city really big. The unrest time is kind of useful for conquest, but not really, let's be honest. And the established surveillance, I mean, it's just so irrelevant, and you actually end up getting like massive negatives from it diplomatically, because people don't like it annoys them that you're influential over them and that you're close to winning the game. So I would prefer that tourism was harder to get, because I feel like it was kind of easy right now, and it's probably been made even easier by the changes, is the other thing I should say. So it's a bit overtuned, even though I like the changes, but it'll probably be a bit too easy to win tourism. But I would rather it was harder, but you get more benefits from it. So stuff like this, but stuff to do with war, I think, would be the best, like and maybe happiness. But yeah, like all other things you get, like if you're getting votes to go for Diplo victory, that helps you pass stuff and not get fucked in World Congress. If you're going for science victory, that gives you techs that help with everything. But tourism is just useless, basically, other than the win condition. So that's my thoughts on that. New patch seems to have some bug with spies, which is unfortunate. I haven't actually tried it. I mean, if you guys have, letting me know would be awesome. Let me know, like, is it really like unplayable, or is it just a bit of an annoyance? From what I've heard, they're just they're stealing techs and stuff way too quickly. So I'm not a big fan of the idea of playing a game where it's just all about stealing techs and like science is irrelevant. You just steal techs off whoever's in the lead and just hope for the RNG that your spy doesn't die. That doesn't sound appealing to me, nor does having other people just stealing all my techs if I'm in the lead. So I might either stay off the patch or just turn off espionage, if that's a thing that works. But yeah, people who've tried it, let me know in the comments if you could. Man, I need to do some fucking podcasts or something. I don't know if Hanoi's actually available, but I got a lot of shit to say about Civ. I feel like, yeah, I could chat for a while actually, but I shall not. I may well do a little live stream of some Civ, and what I will almost certainly do is a live stream of the new Rome Total War remastered. I'm pretty excited for that, though also expecting to be a little bit disappointed, but I think it'll be fun at least. I think it comes out next Thursday or Friday, so I'll try and do a stream next Saturday, as long as it all works and that. That should be pretty fun. Yeah, and if it's good, I'll do a series with that as well. Definitely excited to see if they have made good improvements, and even if they haven't, just playing Rome Total War with good graphics sounds pretty fun to me. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the series. I certainly did enjoy this one, I have to say. And hopefully I will see you all soon.